Japan's Meteorological Agency is reporting tonight that an earthquake has struck Fukushima. The 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck a short time ago. A tsunami warning has been issued. Fukushima was the site, of course, of the nuclear crisis in 2011 after an earthquake and tsunami that knocked out the power plant there. That's the situation at the moment. We need to find out how serious. Our meteorologist at the CNN World Weather Centre, Alexandra Steele, joins me now. First of all, tell me what we know about the earthquake, and then we can look at the potential of a tsunami.
All right, so this is what we know. Again, as you said, 6.8 magnitude. And, you know, the depth is key here. It's pretty shallow, 10 kilometers deep. Now, you know, how you think about the shaking and what potentially could happen, the deeper it is, the deeper the kind of emanation of this earthquake, the farther from the surface. So the shaking isn't quite so bad. So if this was a 500-kilometer depth, certainly it wouldn't seem as bad as 10 kilometers. So the more shallow, certainly closer to the surface, thus the surface where we are closer to where the epicenter of this earthquake was. So P.S., it is not that deep, it is shallow. Also, of course, the region, it's about, you can see here, about 150 kilometers east-southeast of Nami, but 100 miles east of Honshu, which you're probably more familiar with. So, again, 6.8, pretty shallow in depth. The location east of Honshu, which, of course, is where we've certainly seen Fukushima. So here's the location right here. And, of course, in northeastern Japan here on the coast, that's where now we do have tsunami warnings, Richard. So, of course, we have had the earthquake. Of course, there are very big fears. One, of course, the relative closeness to Fukushima, and also, of course, the tsunami threat. At first, there was a tsunami advisory. Now we have tsunami warnings. So certainly all eyes right here as we learn more. Certainly quite a scary scenario, not too far off the coast. And again, tsunami warnings have now been issued, 6.8 magnitude. And certainly as we learn more and get more with this pretty shallow earthquake, we'll get back to you coming up in just a little bit, Richard.
Right, but just looking at that time scale, the incident happened at 1922 Universal Time, or Greenwich Mean Time, which is about 40 minutes ago. So how does this tend to play out in terms of when we would expect to see any effects, any tsunami? Are we talking minutes, hours, several hours? What would you think?
Well, you know, as this kind of rolls along, I mean, the tsunami is just this massive wave. So obviously, as meteorological associations are looking out, satellite pictures looking out, so kind of all eyes and ears watching this as the hours, really minutes into hours. Already we went from a tsunami advisory just moments ago to tsunami warning. So things happen pretty quickly. So we'll certainly begin to know quite soon what will happen and how and if, or they could cancel this tsunami, what is now a warning, began as an advisory. So things change pretty rapidly as we can learn more.
Right,
and you see the water begin to move as well.
Right.
So we'll certainly know that.
And I'm just looking at some news that's coming to us from Reuters. Thank you, Alexandra. The Reuters news agency is quoting, forgive me looking away while I read off the screen, that it's now reporting a minor tsunami of up to 1 meter was issued for the northeastern coast. No immediate reports of abnormalities. This is according to the Japanese public broadcaster NHK. We will, of course, keep you fully informed on that.